alphabets into the memory is actually kind of fun. You can spell out anything that you want to do, a quilt label, a holiday, a date. And you've got technically 4 alphabets. Now, 2 of these are American or English lettering, so we'll use those for today. So open up or touch your home button, arrow down to the combi mode. That's where we can combine stitches, or also known as the memory. You have options for your decorative stitches or your regular stitches, like your practical stitches, but we'll stay where the A is, touch OK. We'll use these 2 today, so we'll go ahead into the first one. And as you can see, you get all capital letters. If we arrow down further, because there's an arrow showing us there's more, you do get into European type letters, also numbers, and right after the 0, the space. That's the one everybody asks, where's the space? You have a dash and other punctuation. That will be helpful if you want to stitch those out. So it's kind of fun. So if I want to do my name, then I'm going to just go ahead and go to each of the letters, touch OK, and it'll start to spell it out at the top of the screen. So S-A-R-A. And then if I wanted to, I can add a decorative stitch. I can go back, arrowing backwards here. I can go over to the decorative stitches. And if I wanted to actually do, I always like to sometimes add a heart. So I can even come over here. I can do, there's also a couple different hearts on your machine. How about 413? So I can just type it in, 413. And there's a heart. And yes, it is going to come in sideways. It will stitch out properly. Now, another thing we can do is we can actually arrow up into the letters. So if you forget a letter or you need to add something, like if I wanted to add a heart at the beginning, I can move the cursor all the way over to the side. Make sure the dotted line is in front of your first letter, in front of the S here, and then I'll put in that 413 again, 413. Remember, type your letters in fairly quickly so you don't get like 41 instead of 413. So there's my name. So if I go ahead and stitch this out, here I'm going to zoom out so you can see a little bit. Keeping in mind, the stitching will always come towards you. We do need to return back to my sewing screen. Arrow over to the needle and thread, picture, touch OK. Now it'll show up. Now, since I have 4 letters and 2 decorative stitches, it shows me I'm on stitch 1 of 6. So as I stitch out, we'll go ahead and do the heart. And again, I can push pattern end. So it will definitely, that stops at the end of each of the patterns. So I'll wait till the very end so I'll kind of watch the screen, S-A-R-A, and when the heart comes up, I'll push pattern end, and then that way it will stop at the end of it. All right, and let's just show you what that's going to look like. How fun is that? Now, some people ask about doing like capital and lowercase. Well, here's how I like to do it. I'm going to go ahead and go back into home. We're going to go back to the combi mode. Touch OK. Go over to the, actually, I can trash it out, but let me just go ahead. I'm going to go back to the sewing screen. And if I wanted to, I'm going to take the S and leave it at the biggest letter, arrow down to the A, and then we can adjust the width. So let's go ahead and go down to like 3.5 or 3.7. Arrow down, making each of the other letters not as tall, but making them all the same height. So 3.7. 3.8, 3.7, and then we're to the heart. So that is how we're doing it. Also, too, let me try this. When you push pattern end before you start sewing, it's going to do the whole pattern one time. If I push it again, it will be 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and back off. So I'm going to go ahead and set it for once. When I pushed it while I was sewing, it just finished the pattern and then stopped on that pattern. This one, it will take the whole sequence, sew it all the way out. Oh, and I bet I started on the, yes, I must have had the R up on screen when I started. So let me go ahead, and that's a good reason to push pattern begin, because otherwise you're going to get this. R, A, and the heart, and then it stopped, which was nice, but we don't want that. So I'm going to push pattern begin. And now I'm back, and I'm still going to do it one time. So here's the heart. Here is the S, so I can always see what's on the screen. A, R, so not lowercase, but they will significantly look smaller. And they'll finish the heart. And then I can just keep my foot on the foot control until it stops, so I don't even have to really be paying attention, which I like. So there's the S-A-R-A with a little bit of the shorter letters. So you can adjust the letters as you wish. Go back to home, arrow down to the combi mode, touch OK, go over to the trash can. We're going to clear it all out. And then if we wanted to do if you really want a bolder look to your letters, because if they are a little bit on the small side, use like the open block alphabet. So if you come in here, you still have everything that you were looking for earlier. So how about I'll just do S and an A. Back up to A. We won't do a decorative stitch with this. We'll just go ahead and stitch it out. There we go. Return, return, arrow over to the needle and thread, touch OK. And you'll see that these letters are much bigger, bolder, because they are a little bit more defined with the extra stitching. Have you ever stitched out on paper? This is kind of fun. Oh, I didn't push pattern end. Okay, so we'll stop at the S. There we go. You could stitch on paper, you could do greeting cards, you could really have some fun by using your decorative stitches in your memory and even spelling out. You could do Happy Valentine's Day, you could do 2000, whatever year it is, and have some fun. So memory, try it out, give yourself a couple practice runs, and I think you'll really get used to how to move around within the memory.